Welcome back to Crime Stoppers, a WBTV News special. A young Charlotte woman with a 2-year-old baby. The baby spared, but she was shot dead in her apartment for no obvious reason. Her parents are mortified. I was there as, for the first time since the killing, Kelly Owen's father visited the spot where his only child lost her life. Tonight, he needs your help.
To be in front of the place where my daughter was actually murdered is so agonizing until it's unbearable mentally.
James Owens and Linda McCone were so paralyzed by their daughter's murder, neither went back to work, and both have retired.
I just couldn't function after. It was such a shock, agonizing, man. It's indescribable.
Indescribable to see their only child, Kelly, go from a little girl to a UNC graduate to a grown woman with a child of her own. She just turned 30, living in a nice University City apartment, working for CMS, helping troubled students.
Oh, she was so effervescent. I mean, she was a philanthropist, always giving, a heart of gold.
And she would always tell me, Mom, you got to trust people. And that may be what got her killed, because she trusted too many people. She was just a trusting person.
Second floor, the room on the left.
Detective Arvin Fatt says 2 days after Christmas of 2007, Kelly opened the door to her second-floor apartment, probably to someone she knew, someone she trusted, someone with a gun.
For someone to kill Kelly with her daughter present inside the residence has no respect for life.
So nobody heard anything?
No, nobody heard anything.
Do you have any idea who this might be?
If I did, I couldn't say on television. But they know I know.
They know you know?
They know I know, yes.
Kelly's parents won't name names. They just want this nightmare to end.
Somebody out there knows, and they are an accomplice to this murder. By holding back. And if they know the pain we were going through as parents. And I feel so sorry for this person, because when that person's parent find out, they're going to realize that they raised a killer. And my word to them is, the death penalty has your name on it.
Now, police only need a little information to solve that crime. Contact Crime Stoppers, 704-334-1600. You will not be asked for your name. You could earn up to a $1,000 reward. Another unsolved Crime Stoppers mystery tonight, the murder of Derek Dixon. Dixon's murder was shocking to many because it happened on a busy street in broad daylight. Shot and killed in front of a daycare center on Sharon Amity Road. Now, this was no random act of violence, though. Dixon was apparently the target. He was a member of the notorious Hidden Valley Kings gang, arrested earlier this year on cocaine charges. Now, certainly not most upstanding member of society, but police still want to find his killer or killers. If you have information, call Crime Stoppers at the number on the screen, 704-334-1600. So, Molly, you've been following these Hidden Valley Kings for quite a while. They're a fairly dangerous outfit until they all got arrested.
They did all get arrested. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but the name you just brought up, Dixon, he is a name I specifically heard officers discuss in closed-door meetings as a Hidden Valley King. He was on their radar, and then he turned up dead. Hidden Valley Kings are a homegrown gang notorious for drugs and violence. They terrorized the Hidden Valley neighborhood for decades. CMPD scored a major victory against these guys, Paul, like you mentioned, late last year when they dismantled the leadership in a coordinated sting. 20 gang members were sentenced in one of the most significant federal gang cases in Charlotte's history. The Hidden Valley Kings are such a neighborhood-based Charlotte gang, they ended up featured on a national stage. What you're seeing right here is a show from the History Channel called Gangland. One of their producing crews spotlighted Charlotte's Hidden Valley Kings, showing the dangers of this neighborhood-based homegrown Charlotte gang.
But Molly, CMPD has another problem. That's an influx of gangs coming from the West Coast. In fact, Hispanic gangs are moving here from Southern California.
Oh, it's a definite fact, Paul. It wasn't so long ago we went to Los Angeles to show you why our city needs to open its eyes. When you tour the neighborhoods of South Central LA, it shows you what Charlotte doesn't want to become. We don't want to become a Los Angeles, a Miami, a Philly. Normal, middle-class looking neighborhoods, but places police say they really are overrun with gangs. They're not so normal. We also toured a place most people who live in Los Angeles aren't even allowed to go. Security is high in L.A. County's Men's Central Prison. An estimated 85 to 90% of inmates are documented dangerous gang members.
In fact, when they come to jail, it's like they're going to college in gangland.
Approval for this tour is hard to come by.
Why are you here from North Carolina? And I said, well, there's a really big gang problem. They said, yeah, we heard about that. But
North Carolina being on their radar is why we ultimately end up getting access. These deputies want to show us what a jail overrun with gangs looks like. They know Southern California gang members are heading east to D.C., Atlanta, and yes, the Charlotte area.
Well, they'll go to where their families are. Hey, you know what? My homeboy's got family in North Carolina. You know what? I think I'll go live with him. He's having fun out there.
Over 5,000 inmates housed here. Swanson escorts us to one general population module.
This is the average LA County cell. The average LA County inmate.
The inmates see us. One has a homemade mirror he uses to look down the row. Then quick, a gang sign is flashed.
No, baby, you don't want me to tell it. Yeah, close the place down.
More signs start following. Seeing this is more telling than any word Swanson could use to explain. Plus, you hear that Spanish counting in the background? That's roll call. South Side roll call. They are getting riled up. We have to leave.
Time to go.
Even when walking out, guys take last chances to promote their gang. But suddenly, Swanson and I are back out in the fluorescent light of the quiet hallways.
I heard uno, dos, tres, and then I heard a bunch of yelling.
And it's a big jail gang chant.
What would you say to people in Charlotte who say, it's only in certain pockets in Charlotte, it's not really my problem?
Well, you may think it's only in certain pockets now, but give it a couple of years, and it's going to be right next door to you. And it's going to be in the same schools as your children, which it probably already is, and you probably don't even know about it. You can be oblivious to it now, but pretty soon you're going to be affected by gang violence in some way or another.
So the perception by the gangs on the West Coast is that Charlotte is a fertile area, one that they need to start invading.
And they can make more money here selling drugs. You can make you can make 4 times the amount selling drugs here than you can in L.A. because so many people are selling it out in L.A. that here, hey, it's a business.
And less competition from the other gangs as well.
Exactly.
And again, our focus tonight is on helping police put some of these bad guys behind bars. Can you help solve any of the crimes that we've profiled so far tonight? Do you have the tip that helps crack the case? Call the number on your screen right now, 704-334-1600. You do not have to give your name, and you could earn a reward. This is a WBTV News special, Crime Stoppers, and will continue in just a moment.